Mr. Harmless here, back with some more tech helps. Let's get ready to learn. Mr. Harmless here, and I thought I would show you another way to make a video for your students. This one I discovered quite accidentally. You can use PowerPoint to create videos. The transitions and all the things that you can do in PowerPoint are all available in the video creation. Now, some of you may have already known this, but I did not. So let me show you how you can make a video lesson using PowerPoint. Let me start with the basics. For example, I already have a sample PowerPoint pulled up, created. I've already added all my transitions, added my pictures. I've done all of that work in a preliminary fashion. What I'm going to do next is create the audio and all those sorts of things to go with this. To do that, I'm going to go to the File menu right here in PowerPoint, and I go to Export. When I click Export, there's this option here, Create a Video. Under this menu, it says, don't use recorded timings. I want it to do that, but there aren't any. So notice right here, record timings and narrations. Okay, so some options that you can do here. It's not recording anything yet, but some options that you can do. Move this out of the way. Notice it has my webcam here. Hello. I know a lot of students like this, and so you can leave that on there. So I want to leave the webcam recording on there. You can turn it off if you like. If you go, I don't really want that, you can turn it off. This will decide whether or not your voice is going to be on there. Actually, to save time, let me just leave my video off, but I will leave my voice on there. So what you're going to do, the kids want to see you. The kids want to see you, right? Oh, my. Okay. So here's what you're going to do. To record on this slide, you can do the whole thing at once, but my favorite feature is that you can do one slide at a time. So notice right here, there's a record button. When I hit record, it counts down. Hello, class. This is Mr. Harmless. This is your online classroom. And then I can hit stop. Now, that has what's just going to be on that slide, the timings, everything. So then I can go to my next slide. Okay, I know I'm a nerd. I'm doing a Hobbit lesson. Lesson 3, Bilbo's Journey. So let me record what I want to say on this slide. Okay, kids, here we go. We're going to do Lesson 3, Bilbo's Journey. And we're going to talk also in the process of doing this about fictional maps and what J.R.R. Tolkien did to create these fictional maps. I paused it. I hit stop. Here we go. It saved that. Next one. Now, once again, those transitions and everything are things I picked in advance. And so if you need help knowing how to do that, I can do some additional videos. Next, I'm going to have this here. And for this one, I don't want my face on there for sure. And let's go ahead and hit record. All right, guys, here is a picture of Middle Earth and the map that J.R.R. Tolkien created for this process. All right. Let me do another one. Hit stop and go to the next slide. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually click through all these at once, but I like taking a moment to gather my thoughts before the next slide. All right, I'll show you something additional you can do here. As I zoom in on Middle Earth, notice we have here the Shire. Let's go red. The Shire is right here. This is where Bilbo starts in the Shire. Here's Hobbiton, his particular hometown. The road that he then takes goes this way through the Old Forest, through Bree. Okay. Weathertop might sound familiar because that shows up in The Lord of the Rings. He goes across this way, he ends up in Rivendell. This is the town of the elves. Bilbo actually goes through the high pass, Old Forest. This is the Old Forest. This is where he meets the spiders, I believe. He ends up here. I'm not for sure. I think he takes this river down. He might take this river down. I honestly don't remember which one it is right now. If I was teaching this class, I would. And then here is the Lonely Mountain where he faces off against the dragon in the Battle of the Five Armies. Okay. All right. Then for my final slide, I like this transition. For my final slide, I would probably have more of a lesson here, but this is just for example purposes. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I hope that you stay huddled in your hobbit holes. Until next time, we have a lesson for you. Stay home and stay safe. All right, so now that I've done all those timings, what I want to do now, by the way, if you're on a particular slide and you go, oh, I don't like that, you can always use this clear option and clear the recordings on the current slide, or you can just start all the way over again. Now that I'm done doing all of these timings, and you can rewatch them at any time that you like, I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to do create video. You ask me what I want to call it. I'm just saving it in my OneDrive account. Right here, OneDrive. I can make a new file folder if I need to, but I'm going to leave it right there for now. And I'm going to click save. Down at the bottom here, we've got it's showing the progress of saving this movie. Now, because you don't want to just sit here and watch this, I'm going to pause my recording until this is done. Is it done yet? No. Okay, so I paused it until it was done, and you can see by the clock, I think that was about a minute and a half, almost 2 minutes. So now, once that's done, if you want to see what your video looks like, you can go to the folder that you saved it in, and I'm going to go to my OneDrive folder. There it is. Click on it. Scroll down. What did I call that thing? Here it is, making a video using PowerPoint MP4. There it is. That's the video. So if I double click on it. Hello, class. This is Mr. Harmless. This is your online classroom. And then I can hit. About fictional maps and what J.R.R. Tolkien did to create these fictional maps. Alright guys, here is a picture of Middle Earth and the map that J.R.R. Tolkien created for this process. As I zoom in on Middle Earth, notice we have here the Shire. Let's go red. The Shire is right here. This is where Bilbo starts in the Shire. Here's Hobbiton, his particular hometown. The road that he then takes goes this way through the Old Forest, through Bree. Okay, Weathertop might sound familiar because that shows up in The Lord of the Rings. He goes across this way, ends up in Rivendell. This is the town of the elves. Bilbo actually goes through the high pass. Old Forest. This is the Old Forest. This is where he meets the spiders, I believe. He ends up here. I'm not for sure. I think he takes this river down. He might take this river down. I honestly don't remember which one it is right now. If I was teaching this class, I would. And then here is the Lonely Mountain where he faces off against the dragon in the Battle of the Five Armies. Okay? In your hobbit holes, until next time, we have a lesson for you. Stay home and stay safe. All right, so the sound on that didn't come through on the microphone very well, but hopefully you get the basic idea of how to do that. Once this is all done and you've done all these things, one of the things you can do next is go to your Google Classroom. don't know about you, but when I go to Google Classroom, I wish it just went straight and logged itself in, but it usually takes some time to go through my personal account first. I'll switch over to my school account. And then here we have I'm just going to put it in this sample class that I have. And if I want to share something with them just to watch it, I can just do it right here if I want, I believe. Let me see here. Yes, add file. And I can upload it directly into, let's see here, upload select files from your device. Let's see here. Where is, oh, there's my OneDrive. Scroll down here. Making a video using PowerPoint. And then it will upload that. Now, I'm not going to make you sit and watch through all that, but I would click upload and then it would be added and you could share that video with your students. They could watch it. They could give feedback. If you wanted to upload it to YouTube instead, you could do that. Just be careful with different rights and things for this. This way, it's just available to your students in Google Classroom. All right. Any questions? Feel free to pass those along to me. If not, I hope that this was helpful and gave you another option in creating videos.